Welcome to the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters. Our feature match is Monica Webb versus Kristina Tkach. This is Ada Leo, and I'm joined in the booth by Emily Duddy.
Hi guys, happy to be here.
This is quite an exciting match we have in front of us. This is an undefeated A-side match. So both of these ladies will continue to move on the one-loss side tomorrow for the loser and the winner side again tomorrow. This is one of the last matches of the day. We do have another round at 9 o'clock. So while the ladies are racking, let's go over the match rules. So we are lagging for the first break. It's an alternate breaks format. The 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom two pockets. 9-ball is on the spot, no break box, opponent racks, and 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and it's cue ball fouls only. So it looks like Kristina Tkach has won the lag, so she'll be breaking first. So the opponent is racking for each other.
Yes, now we're doing the 9-ball racked on the spot. Right, we changed that after the last tournament to be in line with the World Pool Association rules and the way they do that. And it's been a good change. A lot of the ladies are adjusting, the break. Guys, in the past, we've rocked the one on the spot. Right. And so now it's an adjustment of we're trying to make the 1 ball on the side, and there's different strategy now that the rack is a little different.
So you can check the rack, and if you're not happy with the rack, you can request a re-rack. Just you can't touch the balls.
Yes. And this is a great matchup. Kristina Tkach obviously is our world #1 and a world champion. Monica Webb has been on tour a long time. She won, I believe, her first WPBA event in 2008 around. And yeah, she have a seasoned, her first WPBA event in 2008. So you have a very seasoned pro, Monica Webb, very accomplished pro, and you have the reigning world 10-ball champion.
So yes, this is going to be a very exciting match.
Yeah. All right, so let's check out the 1 ball on the rail, right? And then you have the 2 on the opposite bottom rail. So she's probably going to elect to play defense here. I would say thin, a good option, right, is to thin the right side of the 1 and send the cue ball 2 rails. You want to just make sure that you miss the 3, right? She could go past the 3 ball, but that's, a tough angle. So let's see what she decides. Because the cue ball, the 1 ball is so close, it removes other options, right?
Yes.
So she looks like she's queuing up for that right side of that 1 ball. Yep, just like that. And then she can use that 8 as a blocker. Beautiful. Okay, so a little fast. The speed leaked out. She wanted to get that cue ball behind the 8.
Well, it's the first rack, so I think both these ladies are going to get a little bit settled in.
Sure, yeah. There's going to be some time to settle in here.
The live stream table has definitely brighter lights. It plays a little bit differently than the other tables in the room.
Yeah, and she hit that shot very well. It's just a little too much speed. This will probably be another save from Monica, right? Yep, thin the 1. And very similar position line.
I think she really wanted to get right behind that pink 4.
Yes.
We are using the Aramith black set, so pay attention to the pink 4 and the purple 5. So pink before purple.
Yes, as players, guys, we have to remind ourselves of the adjustment, because it is a big change, right, from our normal set. But it's a beautiful set of balls, and, the pink is beautiful, so. All right, open shot here for Kristina, just navigating some traffic to come down for the 2 on the bottom rail. Yeah, see, there's a lot. There was the 3 is in the way, the 6 and the 9 potentially, but looks like she got a shot. A little fortunate roll off of that 3 ball.
Yeah, she put her hand up to say that I think, just I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a little of respect. Guys, when you see a player put their hand up, it's a sign of respect to their opponent that they got a little fortunate, right? All right, so actually, I apologize. The ball on the bottom rail is actually the purple 5. That can be mistaken for the 2. So we have the 3 to the 4. She got a little wrong angle, a little bit of when we say wrong angle, guys, it means it's going away from the position zone, right? So you can see the natural line is away from the purple 4 after she makes the pink 5, the purple 5 after she makes the pink 4. Let's see if she can hold it. Great shot.
Now we're at the Soaring Eagle Masters in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and this is quite the event. This is our best event. We get so many fans. You can see the VIP seating right behind the players, and there's an amateur event alongside. And I just was told that the Steve Ralph photo booth is up, so you can go pay $20 to have a photo with one of your favorite players and get it the same day.
Yeah, guys, that's a great option. The Steve Rao Billiards booth is up, and only $20. You can request any player. So go to that booth, guys, and we'll get you that photo. Steve is one of our promoters for the tour, and he does a great job for us. So go check that out.
I feel like every tour we have signed on more and more sponsors. So thank you everyone for supporting Women's Pool. If you like, share and follow, we can continue to bring you free streams. And something new that we're doing in this particular tournament is that we are part of Amazon Prime Video.
Yes, very exciting development. We are their debut. So right now we're on Amazon Prime Live TV, and we are actually, the Billiards is in the header section and also under the sports section. Very exciting. And we deserve to be there, so we appreciate that.
I remember I was so inspired when I was in college and watching ESPN and Jeanette Lee, and I'm just like, who is this woman?
Yeah.
What is she doing?
Yeah, the ESPN days with Allison and Fisher and Karen Kaur, Guy Young Kim and Ava Lawrence. I mean, so we're getting back to more billiards on TV, and that's where it belongs. So.
And Christina takes the first rack.
Yes, Christina draws first blood here in this match with that beautiful out.
So everyone, if you want to follow the progress of your favorite player, you can go check out the bracket on digitalpool.com. You can go to the tournaments tab, type in WPBA, and click on Soaring Eagle Masters. As you see around the room right now, we have a bunch of really awesome matches. This is A-side, so lots of killers. The field here is incredible. 17 different countries I hear, and 64 players from around the world.
Yeah, no, it is a field of international elite players, and it is the strongest. I've been on tour for 15 years, and it is the strongest field I have seen yet. So that is a great sign for pool and for women's pool. We're only getting stronger.
Lonnie mentioned that the average Fargo rate is the highest in this tournament, and it's been the highest in the history of WPBA.
Yeah. No, it does not surprise me at all. And again, guys, that's a testament also to the WPBA, getting more tournaments, get more money added, and really drawing those international players, as well as partnering with the WPA, which is the World Pool Association. This is a World Pool Association ranking event. So these ladies are also earning World Pool Association points, and that moves their world ranking up as well. So it's a big one. It's a big one for everybody.
So there is a question about a break box. So a break box would be the area where you're not shooting on the sides of the table, and that would be considered a cut break. So for example, some tournaments do not allow shooting a break shot from the sides. So in this case, you could shoot it anywhere behind the line. If you want to shoot in the middle of the table, the side of the table, you can do that.
And when we say behind the line, guys, that is behind the second diamond closest to the top of the table, right? If you draw an imaginary line across that second diamond there. Right. All right. So she caught that a little fat, I want to say. So it hung in the pocket. Diamond tables are cut. The pockets are cut a little deeper, right? So you'll notice it's very deep shelf, right? So a lot of times when a player hits the ball well, but it might really hang deep in the jaws of the pocket. And it makes it trickier, right? To pay position off of those balls because it's so deep. It makes it removes a lot of options.
So Maraka got on the wrong side of this 3 ball. So I'm curious to see what she's going to be doing to get to this pink 4.
Yeah, looks like she can travel forward maybe 2 rails to come around for the 4 in the same pocket. I think that, just like that. But wanted a more pace. right?
Yes, this angle's a bit steep here, so she's gonna have to decide if she wants to play it safe.
Yep.
Or if she's feeling very good and can cut a ball like any nobody's business,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, slicing this ball in would be a little wild, wild west. I would say it's a little flyer in a way because you have to let that cue ball just go back and forth multi rails. She could also bank it, but the safe is really, yeah, that's the best option. 'Cause you have those blockers, very well executed, very well thought out. She removed the jump option, right, by putting 2 balls in between the cue ball and the purple 4. Now Christina cannot jump it.
I think that's a wise move because Christina is a tremendous jumper.
Yeah, Christina's all-around game, every part of her game is as strong as obviously #1 in the world. This is an easy one-rail kick, right? But it's an open ball in the middle of the table, right? So making the ball or playing kick safe is more difficult, right? And that puts Monica in a better position. Yeah. See, when the ball is wide open like that, it's a more difficult kick.
Yeah, and that worked towards Monica's favor here, getting ball in hand now, and with everything pretty wide open.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for Monica right now to tie this game up. So yeah, she can take ball in hand, probably pay that pink 4 in the side, roll it forward for the purple 5 in the bottom left. 7, she has options, either bottom corner, and then 8, 9 are really wide open.
So wanted to mention our next event is the WPA World 8-Ball World Championships, which will be in Oneida Casino at Green Bay, Wisconsin, 4th of July weekend. So Emily, you got an invite, and how do you feel about going to that event?
I am very excited for this event. It is for us to have a world championship in the United States, and for it to be 8-ball is a big deal. We haven't had that event in a long time. The WPBA is doing a great job along with the WPA to make it a fantastic event. Yeah, I'm one of the top 32 seeds. Very happy to represent the U.S. in that event.
I'm very excited to see world-class 8-ball because it's so rare to see players at that high level of competition playing 8-ball.
Yes. We're also doing a special event at Lambeau Field when we get there. Yep, all the players are going to be at Lambeau. And we're also doing a 4th of July party with everyone. Really, it's going to be opening ceremonies. It's going to be a very well-produced world championship. So anyone that can come in person, please come see us. Green Bay, Wisconsin, Oneida Casino. We start July 2nd, and the finals will be July 6th.
So taking a quick look around the room, Sosoa is up 1-0 against Brittany Bryant. We have April Larson, 1-0 against Wei Su-chen. 1-1 Yuki Hiraguchi and Kelly Fisher. Sophia Mast is up 2-0 against Wan Ling. 0-0 on Kennedy Wyman and Pia Filler, and Kristina Zlateva's 1-0 over Chihiro Karahara, and Sakura Muramatsu and Cho Jae-yu is 0-0.
Great matchups all across the board. All right, and 1-1 here on our feature match with Kristina Tkach to break.
So just an explanation about some of the numbers you're seeing on the scoreboard. The 3-digit number represents the Fargo rate for each of these players. Kristina Tkach, as our #1 player, is a 743. And then you have Monica Webb at 658. And then the parentheses number is the race. So we're racing to 8.
And guys, for Fargo rate, there's a Fargo rate app that you can go on and you can type in any player's name to look at the Fargo rate. It goes by percentages of wins and loss. Every single rack that is in a tournament that is Fargo reported goes in that. And it's really amazing. The algorithm of the data is really amazing. And it's a system that is just getting better and better, and it gives you a lot of a better idea of how people play and how they can match up.
Well, this was a really great break. Everything was very spread open for Monica.
Well, Christina broke dry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got distracted by there's something that came up in the side of the booth here.
We had a little paparazzi moment where our amazing photographer Corby snuck behind the curtain. You might have heard me pause to try to smile while I was talking. Strike a pose, guys. So Christina did break dry again with this new 9 on the spot, or there, it's not new for her, the international players, they play with it more. It's more new for the American WPBA players. Right, so we got the 3 with the purple 4 right there. She could play it in the top corner or in the
No,
side.
it's actually the pink 4, purple 5.
I keep saying the right number, but the wrong color. So getting there, guys. My first commentary with the pink 4 ball with you guys. So we have the red 3, the pink 4, and the purple 5 for the next balls. And you can see, guys, the key shot here will really be the position on the purple 5 ball. So that is not ideal. And the reason I say that is because right now the natural position, right, of the cue ball is going towards the 7. But
I think she's gonna stun it over and then go for the purple 5 in the side and draw
she can't
back.
get there. Can't get there. She's on the wrong side.
She's gonna juice it.
Gonna juice. Oh, a lot of juice. So she's very straight, but yeah, she's gonna have to. Yeah, see, that's just not the best position. But now she has options. She could play safe. There's a juicy safety to roll up on this 9 ball, right? But it's a little touchy. Yeah, she's looking at making the back cut.
I don't know. I think like the safety is a better option.
Well, because you have big blockers here, right? The other reason the safety's better is because, look, the position to the 8 and the 9 is also tight. The window to get on the 8 ball is also tight, right? Mm-hmm. So by playing this, you know, you have a lot of work to do, even if you make this ball. But if you hit it really good, like that, see, that's the problem. That was the problem with shooting it, right? You not only had to make this really difficult low percentage shot, right? And I say that, of course, Monica can make that a high percentage of the time. However, what makes it low percentage is that traffic of the 8 and the 9 that was in the way of the 6 ball.
I'm thinking it's a kick and stick.
Kick and stick, yeah, I love that. Kick safe right here. Send the 6 up table. Leave that cue ball right there. She got the 6 a little thin. She wanted to hit it really full in the face and send it up table. She did get a little fortunate though. I mean, she still hit it really well to leave the cue ball behind the 8-9, right? She just didn't. She wanted it to be tighter on the 8 ball.
It looks like Christina's got to go for a jump shot here.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, she has a combo 6-7, which is very difficult. She's really going for contact. I mean, there is a back cut potentially in the side with the 6, but it's very steep.
I don't think she sees it. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, she's just trying to make contact. Yeah, and unfortunately, and it was kind of hoping to bank it up table, maybe create separation. Mm-hmm. But the way that the 6 and the 7, now this is really tricky from the 6 to the 7 because she's jacked up over the 7 and she's pretty straight. So Monica might elect to just roll this in, make it, and then come across and play the 7, the bottom corner, or maybe play a safety. Yep, come across to play the 7 in the bottom corner. She could play it in the side, but it's a very small pocket from this angle.
The side is very tight.
Yeah, the corner pocket is a much bigger pocket to kind of just let your stroke out. Make the 7, and you have the natural position for the 8.
Wow. I thought she was going to hang it. It looked like it was just, you know, not
just got there. Just got there, but it got there. All that matters is that it falls in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And here she could go up 1 rail, or she could, you know, come out 2 rails and out, which is very also a long line into the position zone for the 9.
That was a little choppy.
Yeah, a little punchy. Her stroke was a little punchy. She did get, though, a nice result here because her position on the 9 was good. Now, Christina has, you know, this is a nice kick, you know, because you can play it with pocket speed, right? So with the kick here, you just want to play the angle, play the speed to just put the 8 in the hole, and then leave the 9, the cue ball right there for the 9 next. And you're just happy to make it and get a shot on the 9.
Yeah.
Right. But, you know, Christina is such a world-class player. She has a good percentage of to make this.
She did make contact.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was still, of course, whenever you're kicking, it's still going to be difficult to make the ball.
Well,
All
what
right.
you're going to notice is there are going to be definitely momentum shifts. You know, it looks like
Yes.
Monica's shooting well right now, but then at some point, Christina's going to get hot and then it's going to be something back and forth. That's what's so exciting about watching pool. There's so much drama.
Yes. Yes. No, it is a game of drama, especially because it is an individual sport and it is very mental, right? And every it's a game of such precision, right? So any amount of adrenaline or nerves can really cost you to miss even the easiest shot.
We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors. And we're back, and Christina's up to break.
Actually, Monica.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've done too many commentaries today.
They're blurring together. Yeah, no, Monica's turn here and a good opportunity for a break and run to take the lead here.
Well, she's up 2-1 right now. So you mean increase her lead?
Increase her lead to 3-1. Yes, exactly. Yeah, thank you. And what we're looking for, guys, when we're breaking with this is you see that one ball is always moving toward the side pocket. So as players, we are trying to make the one in the side. And you can see if we miss it a little high, right, we're trying to take some speed off of it. And if we miss it a little low, we're trying to add some speed. And that's really kind of the trick when you're playing with a magic rack and the 9-ball on the spot for us pool players that are looking to learn some tips out there. All right, so nice little safety here. She's got a wall of blockers with the 7, 8, 9.
So earlier in the day, I was commentating Jasmine Ocean's match against Margarita Fefilova, and Jasmine definitely nailed the breakdown. It seemed like she always was able to get that one ball into the side.
Yeah. Once you really like lock in on that speed, and some matches you're locked in, and others it's also the table can have an impact, the rack can have an impact. Mm-hmm. The other thing is you can also spin the wing ball into the bottom corner, the opposite corner from the side you're breaking on. So it's the one ball and or the wing ball. Sometimes you make both, right? But me personally, or a lot of players, I think personally, focus on the one in the side. Good hit by Kristina there. Looks like she does have a shot for the one ball on the side, right? And then that 2-ball, she can go up and down for the 2-ball. Now there's the other interesting little cluster, but I think that the 3 does go past the 6.
We will see with this other view. I think it's hard for me to see this view. Maybe if I switch to overhead. But I believe this one ball is a little past the side, so Monica's got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, I think it's she has a pretty wide open margin to play position for the 2 next. Oh, that was a great option. Yeah, playing the one in the corner removed a lot of the issues there. So now I do think that the 3, based on this angle, the 3 goes in the bottom right corner past the green 6. That's what she's looking at right now, you can see. Mm-hmm. There's a nice, beautiful, natural angle here. It's, playing the 2 and then going 2 rails. And that is taking you into the long line of position zone for the 3 in the bottom right corner. And then really this is one of the key shots to getting out of this rack. Right, because then you have the purple 4 and then that gets you positioned to the bottom, the 6 in the bottom.
I think this 3 is going to prove to be trouble.
Let's see. I mean, she could have half a pocket. Well,
wow.
I'm not sure if she was playing the position for the 4-9 combo. And if the 3 didn't go in the pocket, that might have been the position that she was playing. But now she could shoot it. She could also elect to just roll up on the 9 and just not go for the combo. Yeah, it's a great shot.
It's all about decisions in this game.
Yes, exactly. Playing your percentages, playing the percentages of the table and what makes most sense. And of course, your opponent comes into factor. Also, how you're feeling. If you're feeling really strong and sharp and in stroke, you might be going for something more offensive shots. But if you're maybe feeling, it's a big match, a little nervy, play more defense. Keep things, keep things tighter. And Kristina keeps coming with these great kicks and then getting close to making them, but leaving kind of an easier shot for Monica. Now, this is very important. Yeah, she hit that so well. So you can see she drew up to have a natural position right after she makes the 4 in purple 5 in the side for her to come down for the 6 in the bottom right corner.
For those of us who are joining at this time, this is Ada Leo and Emily Duddy in the commentary booth.
Hi, guys. Yep.
We're so happy to see you liking, sharing, and following and watching Women's Pool. And we continue to offer free live streams. You can follow us on YouTube, WPBA Billiards channel. We are also on Amazon Prime Video, as well as Billiards TV. So thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you guys for watching and for your support. Keep tuning in all weekend. The finals will be on Sunday with all of the best competitors from all over the world.
64 killer ladies.
Yes, the creme de la creme, really.
Oh.
All right. So unforced error there by Monica. She really didn't want to bump the 7. Her options now, right? Of course, defense. She could play the 7 to the bottom, right around where the magic rack is, and use the 9 and the 8 for blockers. She could get offensive and play the cut, but she kind of has to let her stroke out and let the cue ball go around the table a little bit, or she could kind of hold it with inside English and come across for the 8. Yeah, that's what I meant by letting her stroke out there. Beautiful shot.
Wow, she punched that around.
Yeah, honestly, it was really natural. You just had to really feel it and let it go. And she was really smooth there. Her fundamentals were really solid to pocket that and just kind of power up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of these ladies are undefeated. It is an A-side match. So the loser of this match goes into the one-loss side happening tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And then the winner will go and play at 2 o'clock. So still lots of pool for these ladies. Nobody's eliminated.
Yep. All right. Monica takes a 3-1 lead.
Hi, it's Chanel Lorraine, and you're watching the WPBA on YouTube.
And that was one of my favorite players, Chanel Lorraine. Hopefully I can get to commentate with her at some point the rest of this tournament.
Yeah, Chanel is a sweetheart, a great player, great ambassador for the game, and has been around a long time. I remember playing international events with her about 15 years ago.
That's
we would
a
always
tremendous experience, I'm sure.
Yeah. I know we've both been around a long time and still going. Definitely veterans. All right, Kristina to break, and she's really looking for a break and run here. See there, I made that 1 ball on the side, controlled the cue ball, which is what she wanted. However, the 2 ball is, down blocked by the 9 a little bit. Looks like she can has a piece of it, right? But she can't make it or hit it fully. So she's going to try to thin the left edge of the 2 and send the cue ball up table.
She's got to be careful, though, because she doesn't hit it correct. It might scratch.
Yeah, no, she could hit it if she hits it too full. Actually, no, if she hits it too thin, she could scratch. Okay, so she had enough of it to send the 2 ball up table, which was a safer option.
She does have
yeah.
those two blockers, the purple 5 and the 6
Yeah,
ball.
that was a great shot. I didn't know she had that much of the 2 to hit, but that was better, right? Because when she could let the cue ball up table, but then she could run under those balls and not produce the safety that she would want.
Yeah, sometimes from the commentary booth, some of the video views of the table is not the same as what the players would.
Oh yeah, obviously they can see a lot more than we can.
Yeah.
We have great production, but you're never gonna. Let's go.
Wow.
All right.
Well, that was
Jump
gutsy.
bank, Monica Webb.
Gutsy.
Yes, girl. Well, that was like really the only shot that she had, right? I mean, obviously she's going for the hit, but she's going for that bank, right?
Yeah.
Especially against the #1 player in the world. Now she can, play the safe here, or if she's feeling it, she can cut this 3 in, but it's too tricky to get on the pink 4. Pink. Yeah, that was the move. She really wanted a little tighter to freeze her on the 6 and remove the kick. But this was a very constructive shot. Especially with Monica having the 3-1 lead. And she's really putting the pressure on Kristina. She keeps making her kick. She's not giving her a lot of open shots, and that's keeping her in her chair. That's what you want to do. So tried for the kick safe to put the cue ball behind the 4 and the 9. Didn't quite make it. Monica can cut the 3 in the top left corner. And the position.
Well, she's got to be careful she doesn't run into the
7.
purple 5 or the 6.
Well, no, that's if you let it all the way around. Right?
I'm thinking she has to go all the way around. There's so much angle on this 3 ball.
Yeah, and she could elect to play a safety right now and put the cue ball behind the 8. That's a very reasonable shot. You're right. No, the cue ball is going to fly if she tries to go for the cut. But
I think she kind of let up on her stroke a little bit.
No, she played a two-way shot there.
Two-way, okay.
Yeah, so two-way shot. So you can see by playing underneath the 4, and then 9, in case she missed the 3, it was also a safety. So she was trying to make it, but she played a downside. It's called downside protection.
Well, now Christina's got to use her jump stick on this.
Yep. Looking to jump, and let's see. It's a pretty easy jump per se because the cue ball is closer to the rail, but a very hard shot to make. And she didn't really have a great pocket option. Yeah, and you can see things are kind of rolling in Monica's way a little bit. I mean, that kind of left her a pretty nice shot in the 3, and she can play position for the 4. I don't know if it goes in the corner past the 7, but it definitely goes in the side. She can also go forward if she wants and play in the bottom left corner. Just like that. But she did not pocket the 3.
She was the angle was a bit steep, and she was very close, and I think she was trying to hold the position a little bit too.
But she really rushed the execution, right? She got down on the ball, but she wasn't quite settled, and her stroke, you can tell there was a lot of body movement, right, on that final stroke, which the minutia can cause you to miss anything really.
Well,
great opportunity.
Yeah,
This is a big opportunity for Kristina.
That was, if she runs this out, that was an egregious mistake by Monica.
Egregious, yes, I love. Ada and I are friends, guys. We are both New York players. We've known each other for almost 20 years. We love commentating together. And Ada truly is the queen of vocabulary. I called her that the other day. So egregious. Let's go.
Hey, I've been called pronunciation police, jail time.
Okay,
I try to keep it entertaining.
That was such a gorgeous shot from Kristina because it looked like she was too straight on the 4, but she had a nice little angle and just beautifully used that spin, right, to spin out in that 2 rails around for the 5.
Christina has such really nice cue ball control. And her run outs when everything's all open looks like textbook. It's just amazing.
Yep. Well, she trained world champion. All right. Wide open, 7, 8, 9.
Yes.
And looking like it will be a 3, 2, 4 in Monica's favor.
Yeah, it's just got to keep it simple. One ball at a time. Make sure she gets on the correct side of the ball for the next ball.
Yep, she's got a nice angle here for the 8 from the 8 to the 9, and she can come up 1 rail, she can come out 2 rails, whatever preference she is, whatever she's feeling. And yes, Kristina's fundamentals are some of the best in the world. And you can tell, guys, obviously the best players have trained. Kristina has been playing since she was a very young girl. She is from Moscow, Russia, and but is currently residing in Indiana in the United States.
Yeah, so if you want to learn about pre-shot routine, look at someone's form.
Did not mean to react so emotionally.
There is no commentator's curse.
There is no. Oh no. So right, unexpected miss there from Kristina, and Monica is thrilled to be back at the table.
Even world champions makes mistakes. They're human.
Of course we are humans, yes. This game is very difficult mentally, and especially in this arena when there's so much on the line.
Monica Webb increasing her lead.
Yes, and Kristina will take her break and try to reset after that mistake.
So while the ladies are taking a break, enjoy the sponsor block and check out all the messages from our sponsors. And without the sponsors, we wouldn't be able to be here. So thank you so much for all our sponsors.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
So while the ladies are taking a break, I wanted to call out some of our sponsors for this event. Of course, we are at the Soaring Eagle Casino Resorts. We have Big Family Custom Creations here with a vendor booth, and they are available for all your apparel needs. We have Simonis cloth, diamond billiard products, Aramith balls, ICA training tool, How Tips, How Flash, Super Shot billiards, Kamui, Classic billiards, the Perfect Rack, and Castillo custom leather goods. So thank you so much for all the sponsors who have contributed to increase our prize fund and provide streams, and just everything that they contribute helps to make a better production and have the ladies be featured and showcase all this wonderful pool.
Yeah, guys, pool has a lot of momentum right now in general, in the mainstream, the production of all the different tours. And really, we appreciate every company coming together to make this better and everything better. So, all right, Monica's break with a 4-1 lead.
So I think maybe after this break, the momentum will shift.
Yeah, Kristina took that break and hopefully was able to is able to reset herself and kind of shake off that last mistake on the 9 and just kind of just settle back in and try to get a couple more games, right? And guys, you can see that in parentheses next to each player's name in Fargo, it says 8, and that shows you that we are racing to 8. So it's a first to win 8 games will win this match.
And remember, if you're here at the events, we do love to meet our fans. We do have several vendor booths. And then you can also take a picture in the photo booth with the Steve Rao photo vendor and take it real time and get a picture with your favorite player.
Yeah, guys, any player that you want to request Steve Rao Billiards booth, you can head there and take a photo with them for only $20. And it supports the tour, and it also gets you a great photo with any of the amazing ladies here. So we have this interesting situation with this rack, right, where the 4 and the 9 are tied up there. Right, you see that?
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting what she decides to do. She's very straight on this 3 ball, so not a lot of options. She might just have to, she could play safe now, but she might just have to kick open that 4-9. It's tough because you want to be constructive, right? And there's not a lot of options there. Yeah. So instead, guys, you can see that instead, even though the 3 ball was straight in and very easy to pot for Monica, she elected to play a safety because next the 4 and the 9 are tied up, right? There's nothing constructive she could do. So you don't want to make that and then open that problem up for your opponent, right? You want to make them have to open it up.
Well, if Christina doesn't like the leave after she makes this 3 ball, she can always play it safe on the 4.
There's no way to like it really, because that was the only option. That was a great shot, is to break it out. Yeah, because really the safes, because of the 4 was frozen to the 9 like that, the safes were going to be very limited. Great shot, and opportunity here to really use the angle after cutting in the 5, or if she doesn't like it, she can play a safe. There's a nice natural position down table for the 6.
Wow, how good did she hit that? That was so smooth.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Right, kind of a steep angle here on the 6, but she can use spin to hold it, or she can go up and down. Yeah, little spin there just to keep the cue ball closer to the 7. Kristina definitely looking more focused after her break.
Well, I think she was getting a little bit frustrated with Monica's leaves, whether it be accidental or purposeful. So it was really hard for her to get into a groove or into momentum.
No, Monica did that. Monica just kept playing safety on her and kept her kicking. And she, you're right, she really wasn't in rhythm. And you could tell with that 9 ball miss, but now she got to get that groove. And this is all from that amazing breakout from the 3, breaking out that 4-9 cluster.
That was definitely a key shot. Nice job, Christina. She has now...
Yeah, closing that gap.
Yes. I love to see a, race to the death hill match. So hoping that we can have the score be a little bit closer.
Yeah, well, we just want great pool, and these players are both playing well.
So taking a quick look around the room, we have Sosoa 3-2 over Brittany Bryant, 2-2 tied up with Wei Su Chen and April Larson, 3-3 tied up Yuki Hiraguchi and Kelly Fisher, as well as Wan Ling and Sophia Mass 3-3.
A lot of tight matches, yeah.
Kennedy Myman 3-2 over Pia Filler, Chihiro Kawahara 2-1 on Christina Zlateva, and 3-2 Sakura Matsu versus Rita Cho.
And with all these tied-up matches, it's just a testament to this is really, truly the A side, right, where everyone is really evenly matched and playing their heart out for that title. All right, great break from Kristina. Really nicely spread out everything, except again for that pink 4. ball kind of tied up with that 8.
Well, she could try to break it out with the 2. She's looking at the side pocket there.
Yeah, again, so whenever you break out a cluster, you want to make sure that you're breaking it out in a certain way where you have position still for the next ball, right? You don't want to just break it out at any time, because then again, you're doing the work for your opponent. Right, so with this, it's going to be 2, 3. And she could also just elect to play a safety, on the 4-8 if she doesn't like the breakout, and that is also very constructive. I feel like that's what she's going to do here.
I think so too, because she realizes that if she gives Monica an open table, that she's going to run us out. Monica's shooting very good, and she wants to make sure she turns the tables and slows her down.
Yes, agreed, for sure.
People don't realize that mental resilience is a really big part of this game, as well as decision making and, of course, your fundamentals.
Yep, all those pieces are the pieces of the puzzle to play world-class pool, for sure.
I'm thinking she's going to roll up against this 8 and play it safe.
Yeah, she can't really roll it because if she's going to bump the 8, I would just think she's going to play a stop shot and just send the cue. Like really kind of just stop it there and send the 4 up table. Oh, it went.
She could see it.
Well, then that takes care of that. So guys, again, we talk about them having a better view than we did. It looked like from our angle it didn't go. And obviously it went, and Kristina got beautiful position on it. And that was really still the key shot, right? Because it was still a little touchy past the 8. So, but looking good for her here. All right. Did not want to bump the 7, but still pretty good from the options for the 7 to the 8.
Now, how would you hit the 7 to get to the 8?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably punch it off of the side rail if I wanted to let my stroke out. Just hit above the side pocket and try to spin out, but it's a tall order. You could also potentially go 2 rails out.
She looks like she's cutting the ball in the top left corner.
It does, which is a great option because it gives you more.
Wow.
Yeah.
How smooth was that?
Gorgeous. That was a gorgeous shot. Yeah, that was definitely the best option if she felt comfortable with that back cut, which she hit world class.
I like how still she keeps her body. It's just her arm smoothly delivering the cue with a good acceleration.
No, her fundamentals are some of the best in the world. Yep, nicely done. And Kristina looking to close this gap even more. Another great out. And that will take us to a 4-3 match. Very exciting.
So if you are interested in seeing all the other matches happening alongside this, check out Digital Pool. They have a live scores tab. Just go to tournaments, type in WPBA, Soaring Eagle Masters, and you see all the A-side matches still ongoing. Lots of really, really tight neck and neck. These ladies are not giving any type of breathing room.
Yeah, no, there's very tight, close matchups, guys. So live scoring is very amazing option now with Digital Pool, as well as our Fargos, and you can really find all the past tournaments are in there as well. They really show the old brackets and everything, and so you can go and look at past results as well. Digital Pool is an amazing option for the pool community and for anyone interested in following tournaments.
And thank you everyone for joining us. This is Ada Leo in the commentary booth with Emily Duddy, and you are at the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters over
thank you for watching.
Soaring Eagle Casino in Mount Pleasant, Michigan.
Yeah, this is our longest running WPBA event. I've been coming here since 2010, and obviously the only break we took was COVID. So it's we really appreciate the Soaring Eagle Casino's support. We are very happy to be here during the summer because we used to be here in February. And if anyone knows the area, it would be very, very cold and snowy when we came, and now it's very beautiful.
Oh, this pink 4, very tricky there, kind of snuggled up next to this 8 ball.
Yeah, it's very interesting that the 4 keeps getting tied up, the same ball. Yeah, so again, position, the pocket here on the 3 is on the easy side, but Monica is stretching. She's really going to try to draw straight back, I would think, and she can play a defensive, she can play a safety next, or she could potentially play the combo.
Oh, just a little too much roll there.
Yeah, honestly, that was a really powerful stroke by Monica, because that was a tough draw shot and she overdrew it. So for kick options here, she has the 1 rail, right? Coming to the bottom rail, she has a 2 rail kick where she could go that direction. She also has a 1 rail kick with spin that she was just kind of looking at.
I'm thinking that 1 rail kick is a little too tight, but we'll see what she elects to do.
Well, the 1 rail kick from the bottom. This one, she has to use masse. This is just using extreme spin coming off the rail to hit the 4. And it's most constructive hit. Yeah. So she's trying to, she was trying to hit it like she did, but with more pace to potentially kick safe or send the 4 ball up table.
This is an egregious mistake again, because this is a wide open table for Christina.
Yeah, well, the shot from the 3 to the 4 was very tricky, and she just overdrew it. And then she was kind of in a tough spot. She needed to make sure she made contact with the 4, and she did hit a good kick, right? But yes, opportunity for Christina
To tie it up.
It's a really big one to tie it up, yeah. Yeah, and once she gets, good position from this 5 ball to the 6, everything else is really wide open, so. She'd prefer maybe a little bit more angle here, right? So
she can choose to draw it if she's very straight, or I would say punch it off the rail.
Is cutting across the angle for the 7 in the corner. It's very tight to. It's very difficult speed control. Of course, she's capable of it, but it's not ideal.
So there looks
cleaning the cue ball.
Yeah, a piece of dust or hair, some debris on the cue ball.
Yeah, there you go. Good call to take care of it. Yeah, but the draw, considering where she is very reasonable because she can also, she has a pretty big room there in the middle of the table.
Well, I feel like if she gets in the middle of the table, she has the most options.
Yeah. No, you want to keep it simple there too with when you're a little straight.
Well, this cut is a bit steeper than she would have liked.
Yeah, and she kind of had to, that's what I was saying about being straight on the 6. She kind of had to settle and just make sure she got a shot. Because if she overdrew it or overstroked it, she was going to be in trouble as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if she cuts this in its natural position, down table. Or above it. Yeah, either way. Beautiful. All right, little stun makes this 8. Little stun forward for the 9 in the bottom left. And she's plenty of options here, right? Because the 9 goes in either pocket on the corner bottom too. Yeah, little stun. Beautiful. All right, tied ball game. And you can tell that Christina took that break and has come back and tied this up very quickly and looks very rock solid. It is her break as well.
That was Wei Su Chen, one of our players. Christina to increase her racks here and take the lead. Now we've been noticing that the 4 keeps getting tied up. So we will see if this happens in this particular
Yeah,
rack.
it's an interesting pattern that we've noticed. Let's see if she wants. Okay, so she just missed the 1 in the side. It was a little below the side pocket.
She still has a nice cut though.
Yeah, she made the 8, and this is a really nice wide open table. Great opportunity here.
Well, we're definitely seeing a much more composed Christina compared to the first couple of racks.
Well, and as a testament to Monica's safety play, and keeping her in the chair. But Christina's a true champion, and just really just took that break and reset herself.
Well, both these ladies, so much experience.
For sure.
So
yeah, I would say that Monica's last big title. It's been a while. She's been kind of off and on the tour a little bit the most recent years, but she was overcoming some health problems, and now she's been really back in it, and you can tell she's getting back into her top form. Came a little short here, right? Wanted to go a little further to play the 2 in the side. Let's see, she still has a back cut, and with the 3 ball hanging in the pocket, she can just really focus on making this ball. Yep, just like that.
And you can notice on to the right side of the players, we have a scorekeeper extraordinaire, Bob Raymond, keeping tabs on the ladies. The ladies are working with a 40-second shot clock with 1 extension per rack. After they break, they have a 60-second shot clock to think about the table.
Yes. And if it goes hill-hill, which would be 7-7, then they get 2 extensions for that rack. All right, that looks good. She didn't want to get jacked up over the 7, but she looks fine. This is looking very straightforward here for Christina.
I think she's going to punch it off the rail and come back down.
Yeah, I think just going up 1 rail and going back down is a nice option here. She doesn't have to do a lot or add a lot of English to it. Yep, just like that. And then the 6, you just want to make sure that you have enough angle on the 6, and you can come down to play the 6, 7 in the side. You can play the 7 in the corner. Again, kind of wide open, whatever Christina's feeling and her preference.
I'm telling you, wide open table is a very dangerous thing against Kristina Tkach.
Yes, any of the players in this event right now actually are favorites to get open when the balls are wide open. Yeah, it looks like she's just going to draw down, right, for the 7 in the side, and the 9's right there. Yeah, a little angle here, but she can just let her stroke out and go 2 rails around, or she can just go 1 rail back out, or draw a little bit, right? Lots of options. It's not too steep, that angle that she has. Yep, that's a good move there. I'm gonna get tough holding the ball. She'd prefer not to be the cue ball this close to the rail. Of course, guys, when the cue ball's close to the rail, we'll have a smaller portion of the ball to hit, and it can add more difficulty to the shot as well as more miscues. So we prefer to not be bridging off the rail or having it close. But just bear down and pocket this 9. And that shows that getting that cue ball, putting that cue ball close to the rail really makes the shot more difficult. All right.
Monica taking the lead. We'll be right back after a quick word with our sponsors.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, well, here we go. Monica to break and ahead 5-4 after an unforced error from Kristina Tkach. Christina is again looking to shake that mistake off and get another opportunity here. All right, Monica makes the one ball on the side. Everything is open, however, with the three ball, where the three ball is, it makes this out tricky, right?
Definitely
or a little more difficult.
Yeah, key ball will be this 2 to the 3 position because the 3 is in the bottom short rail towards our left side.
Yeah, I mean, it could be really power draw. She could elect to cross bank it, potentially, but because of where the 2 ball is, that's a double kiss is like eminent there. So she's looking to power draw this. Yeah, she hit it very well. She didn't quite get the position she wanted, but by getting close to the 3, it gives her a lot more defensive options here, which she will elect to play defense because the offensive here is just too difficult. So yeah, she can she's looking to thin the left side of the 3, sending the cue ball up table. Beautiful. She used that 9 as the blocker. And I think that Christina might be able to spin into this kick safe. Yeah, she has a window between the 4 and the 9 ball. And if she can hit the 3 fairly full, then she can send it up table. Yeah, she hit that well, but she wanted to hit it a little harder, right? To potentially block the 3 with the 9 ball. This is a key shot for sure.
Well, it's such a steep angle, and then she's got to be careful about how the cue ball is going to be traveling around. She doesn't want to accidentally block herself with one of these other balls.
Yeah, I mean, Monica's an amazing shot maker. She tends to be more offensive, but she could also play a safety here if she'd like. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, definitely blocked her with the 4.
I don't know. This overhead cam kind of displays you could see a small piece of the ball.
We'll find out, but I think she might be able to spin it off the rail. Maybe she has the edge of it. Let's see.
Like it had eyes.
Yeah, definitely had that window to make that ball.
So everyone stay tuned. We also have a 9 o'clock match right after this, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, featuring Shui Xingjiang versus Eilu Kibaralu.
Yeah, 2 top international killers, and that's going to be a great matchup. All right. Let's go, Christina. This is a great opportunity
To make it 5-5.
Yes. She really wants to recover from that last missed 9 ball. And yeah, she should be good here. Nice little draw. 1 rail draw out for the 7 and 8-9.
Yeah, nice float up on the 7 for the 8.
Yeah, it really can either come out 1 rail. She doesn't want to be straight on this 8. That's the one place she doesn't want to be, right? So angle either side, but because she's above the 7, yeah, she's going to just end up with that angle. And so many options here to really play. 1 rail, 2 rail, a 9 goes in every single pocket. But she'll probably come up to play at one of the bottom 2 corners. Yep, just like that. Natural long line into that position zone. You could see she called for her extension, right? I definitely think she rushed that 9 ball, the last 9 ball, a little bit when she was on the rail. To take her time here. Great. Great recovery out there from Kristina, tying this ball game up 5-5. And I'm Emily Duddy, the Billiard Bombshell, guys. I've been on tour 15 years, and I'm joined with Ada Leo. We are both pros from New York City.
So taking a quick look around the room, we have Sosoa 6-2 over Brittany Bryant, Wei Zu Jen 3-2 over April Larson, 4-4 Yuki Hiraguchi tied with Kelly Fisher, Wan Wanling 4-3 against Sophia Mass, 3-3 tied Kennedy Myman and Pia Filler, Kristina Sateva 3-2 over Chihiro Kawahara, and we have Rita Cho 4-3 against Sakura Muramatsu.
All neck and neck battles.
So let's take a look at Kristina's break. She's going to be firing this 1 ball into the side.
Yep, we're looking for that 1 ball on the side, keeping the cue ball in the middle, and spreading open those balls. Yep, so just missed it a little below that side pocket. Did not pocket a ball. Even though the balls are spread open, this opening shot, the 1 to the 2, because she's so straight, is, you know, kind of the key shot here in a way.
It's
the
more
3 to the
complicated.
4 as well. Yeah, the 3-4 as well is, it makes the out more difficult.
So just wanted to mention some of our upcoming events besides the next one, which is the World 8-Ball Championships run by WPA over in Oneida Casino in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We'll be heading to, in August, Felt Billiards in Denver, Colorado for a WPBA Classic event. We also have October heading to Borderline Billiards in Bristol, Tennessee, home of Janet Atwell. And November, we'll be doing Rail Yard Billiards at Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, we have a great calendar, guys, for the rest of the year. And, you know, the WPBA is doing great, and we have more events than ever. So trying to just keep that going.
And of course, we have our season finale, which was in December, now moved to November, which is the Dr. Pool Tour Championships in Rothschild, Wisconsin, at the Central Wisconsin Expo and Convention Center.
Yeah. All right, so Monica made quick work of that 1 to the 2. She really had enough angle to spin it out. She got on the 3 perfectly, right, to navigate the traffic and not hit that 4 ball. And now, really, this is kind of the key shot here, yeah. After the little straight on the 5, maybe, but really should be fine, right? Kind of draw it out for the 6 in the bottom left.
I'm thinking
7
she might.
in the side.
Oh, it depends.
She just draw it out.
Draw it out.
Yeah.
I think maybe some people will like to go up and down a little bit, use the rail.
I don't think that's, yeah, just like that. You want to stun it over. Well, like, it's a harder shot when you have that power draw, and she's more likely to get straight, right? Coming off the way the angle was, coming from the 5 into the top rail. So that's why it was better to just stun it over and make sure she got an angle.
And this is why I watch high-level ladies play pool.
Yes.
So I can learn things.
Yes. No, we're always learning. There's so much going on in this game, and you have to be a student for life to really to get better and better and better. It's the only way.
Well, this game is all about millimeters and lots of little details coming together.
Yes. Well, one of my favorite pool books is The Pleasure of Small Motions, and it goes into the mental game and so much. Check it out, guys. It's a great read. Great. So she's going to roll this 7 in the corner. And
I think
have an 89.
My favorite chapter in that book is when he talks about tempo and pace. People don't realize when you're watching good players play pool, it's like watching choreography. They do the
Yes.
same thing over and over. They have the same rhythm and
Yes.
tempo.
It's a beautiful dance, and some people have, slower, faster rhythm. Some people are more, rhythm players where they need to kind of feel it to do well, and other people are very mechanical, and they need to be really locked into their fundamentals and kind of be slow and steady. One of the best parts about pool is all the different styles and personalities, and guys, get to know a lot of these players. Check out our roster, look them up online, give them a follow. They all have amazing careers and stories. Great out there from Monica from that dry break of Christina to go up 6-5.
So I did see Rita Cho walk by the screen, so it looks like she took a player break because she is tied 4-4 with Sakura Muramatsu. Kristina Zateva 3-2 over Chihiro Karahara. Pia Filler 4-3 against Kennedy Myman. Sophia Mass has taken the lead 6-4 against Wan Ling. Soso has 6-2 over Brittany Bryant. Wei Su Chen 3-2 over April Larson, and tied 4-4 Yuki Hiroguchi and Kelly Fisher.
Yeah, and let's go. Monica really, looking sharp in the zone here. She's been playing really tight this match, really keeping Christina on the ropes and getting out when she needs to. A great break. You can see she just spun that wing ball in. When I say wing ball, guys, it means the kind of the corner of the diamond shape of the 9 ball, right? This looks like a really great spread. We have really the 1 ball to the, can you go to the overhead for me? I'm going to confirm that's the purple 4 on the bottom. Yep. So the purple 5 is on the bottom. So actually, really, it's the 1 to the 3, and then the really big shot, I would say, is the pink 4 to the purple 5, right? Because there's that traffic of the 8 and 9.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really, so getting, she's a little straight on this 3, guys. We like to, when I say it's being straight, you think that, why is that a bad thing, right? Because the shot is easier. But right, it's the cue ball control and the movement of the cue ball to make the next shot easier. That's the really key about playing top level pool, right? So when you're too straight, you don't have enough room to really move the ball naturally to the next shot, right? So we're having to force it, right? You have to power and draw things. So it's better to leave yourself these angles.
I'm thinking she's got to draw again. She's very straight on this.
Yes. Potentially power draw through the 8-9 window if she has, that's the kind of angle it looks like to me.
Or she could elect to play it safe and, I call it like a one pocket shot safe, but I don't think she's going to be doing that.
No, the safe is just tough because there's not a lot of blockers. You see, that's exactly what I said. Power draw through the 8-9 window. So she actually overstroked it, which is amazing. Monica's got a very powerful stroke. I think she's okay. This is a steep back cut on this 5, but she has a lot of room. And, though the 6 to the 7 is also lying in a funny position, that's going to need some tactical calculation here. But she could play a safety, right? And
I would play a safety. She's on the wrong side of the ball.
Yeah. Can we go back to the other view by chance? Yeah. I mean, she's looking at this cut. But yeah, but see, the safe is hard because you want to, if you can, hit that bank that 5 kind of back and forth behind the 8, but she could send the 5 ball up table and kind of just play a stop shot, play a 2 rail safe and kind of leave the cue ball on the bottom rail there. That's a nice option.
She's got decisions to make here.
Yeah. But Monica knows, obviously, she's against the number 1 in the world. She's an amazing player, but she doesn't want to give her an open table either. So that's a big factor in her decision. She played a 2-way bank, right? What a great, that was a very creative option. She actually got unfortunate because it hit the point, right? Otherwise, she would hook her behind the 8. But you can see the way it's two-way there is that she would, if she made it, she had a position on the 6 ball. If she missed it, in theory, she could leave her behind the 8 ball.
I thought that was a very gutsy shot.
No, I like the two-way bank option. And that was also two-way. Well, no, that was maybe straight safe. Yeah, I think she might have just played that straight safe because you can see she didn't play position on the 6.
She just wanted to make it a containing safe, I guess. Is that what the terminology is? Like, just...
Yeah. For sure, I like that terminology there for that. Containing safe. Keep it simple and make Monica come with it.
Well, let's see if Monica likes this bank shot.
Yeah, I mean, Monica is an offensive player. She might like it, but she's also playing very smart right now, so... And Monica took the bait, I would say there.
I thought it was a trap.
Right?
It was totally a trap.
I agree. It was a little bit of a trap that Monica, I think, fell for a little bit.
Christina's like, I'm going to leave this tasty morsel for you and see if you take the bait.
Get it. Now, of course, there's still some work to be done because this is a tough cut, and then the 6 to the 7 is not easy. Oh, Christina's just like, let's just keep you, or like, she's just making Monica work. It's smart.
Christina's not taking any chances. She realizes that cut was very difficult, and for her to get shape for the 6, she's like not taking chances at all.
Agreed. Monica, she's left her the right side, the right edge of the 4 or of the 5, and so she can send it up table and use the blockers. She has let Christina see the whole ball. However, of course, it's difficult. Cue ball on the rail. And again, we've acknowledged that the 6 to the 7 is a hard position. It's a little on the more difficult side, I should say. Yep, Christina's just going to keep these coming until she feels good about it.
This is very tactical. I appreciate this. She recognizes Monica has the lead, and she does not want Monica to increase her lead.
The other thing she recognizes is that Monica is very much like in the zone, and she's been getting out of these great outs whenever she's left her an opportunity. So she needs to try to break her rhythm. Monica hit that very well, leaving the cue ball frozen in the top rail and the 5 ball blocked by the 9.
Yeah, I think she sees an edge of it. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Tough to see.
100% no.
No? She's going to kick it from the rail?
She has to kick it. Yeah, 1 rail kick for sure. This one I know for sure. I can tell. The 3 ball was earlier was hard to tell, but it's a pretty easy 1 rail kick, I would say.
No, wow.
I shouldn't say that. It was not an easy 1 rail kick. It was a potential 1 rail kick, but it was hard because of where the side pocket, you had to kind of adjust it with spin, right?
Yeah.
So tough to gauge. She didn't miss it by much. All right, this gives Monica the opportunity to really get that position she wants from the 7 to the 6, or the 6 to the 7. That's looking really good. Right, she maybe wanted a little bit more angle, actually. She didn't really have to just, kind of power it. But
I think it's more drawing.
Good here.
She does like to draw a ball.
Yeah, I mean, see, this is why she wanted more angle, but she should be good to come off that rail, I think, to draw, or she could just straight draw it up. Draw it up and play the short side of the 7. But she preferred to go off the rail and draw for the 7 in the top left corner. Yeah, she had enough angle for that. So great. So she wants to get be in a good spot, right, to make this 8 in the bottom left. She does not want to be shooting a combo. Guys, shooting a combo is a much harder, more difficult shot than shooting 1 ball because you're having to think about multiple options and angles.
Wow.
The way it looked to me there was that she was undecided and she was had not committed to the shot from the 7 to the 8. And so she got down and kind of didn't hit it with conviction and couldn't visualize it properly and just kind of let up on the stroke because of that. That's what it felt like or seemed like to me. All right, let's see.
They are humans.
Oh my gosh, yes. And this is such a big moment we're on the TV table, this is, to get further along on the winner's side of this tournament. Beautiful.
How good did she hit that?
Yes, she could not have hit that better.
Again, she's kind of on the rail, though. She's got to be careful.
Yeah, this one again, but where the 9 is, she doesn't have to do a lot. Right, just roll this ball in.
I think she's calling for an extension just so that she
Oh, for sure. That's
can take her
call.
time on this.
Yeah. So guys, even though the 7 ball that Monica missed was not a difficult shot, the position from the 7 to the 8 was difficult because the 8 was blocked by the 9 ball in the bottom right corner. So the position that she was getting from the 7 to the 8 in the bottom left was a little on the difficult side, right? It was needed a little bit of work. And that's really where I was saying about of course she's capable of getting the position from the 7 to the 8, but it seemed to me that she really wasn't committed yet. All right, 6-6.
And we'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome back. Thank you everyone for joining. You're at the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters, watching Kristina Tkach and Monica Webb. Tied up currently 6-6. This is Ada Leo in the booth with Emily Duddy.
Hi guys, thank you for joining us.
Please
All right,
like,
very
share, and follow.
Yes, please like, share, and follow. Thank you for the support. And we've got an exciting tied match here at 6-6. And it is a race to 8. So we are very close to the end here. And every shot, every decision is super important.
And Christina just broke dry.
Yep, great bank by Monica. Let me go to overhead really quick and just confirm that. Look at that pattern. Yeah, so 2 ball on the bottom, 3 up there. Yeah, so looks like a little bit of a window. She's going to have a little work to do, right, to make sure she gets a nice shot from the 4 ball, the pink 4, to the purple 5. Ended up a little straight and queuing over the 7. Another term for that is jacked up over the 7, guys. It's a pool term where she has to now elevate her cue. And when you do that a lot, you're adding a lot of English and it makes the shot harder, more difficult. So, but obviously she can really lock in here. And yeah, see, and that made, even though that she's very capable of making that shot.
She looked very uncomfortable, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, again, when you're jacked up over a ball, it's naturally uncomfortable. So when I remind myself if I'm jacked up over the ball is to settle into the discomfort. Embrace the suck.
That's an interesting term.
Embrace the suck when you're like working out and whatever, and it's like a hard workout or something. So when you have that position, I remind myself, I'm like, get comfortable and feeling uncomfortable and then just settle in and just really focus on that pause on my backstroke and that clean follow through.
I just have an image of Christina freezing in place. So that's really what I try to do. Freeze in place.
Yeah, I like the term take your medicine as well. Yeah, you kind of have to just And, you know, you're in a tough spot, and you just gotta make the best of it. All right, let's see. This is a pretty nice natural angle. It's a steep cut, but
Oh, she says, nope, I
nope,
am
kick
not
safe.
taking it.
Kick safe, but left her a window and an opportunity to make it. However, cue ball is gonna be tough for that 4 next. So definitely another safe is a great option here with all these blockers.
She wanted to get it behind that pink 4.
Yeah, I think she went for the really aggressive safety there, which I don't think was a bad choice. But if you didn't get there, right, because she didn't quite get behind the 4, it was about more of an opportunity, more of an option or a higher percentage for her to give her a piece of the 3. Which, right, she has a piece of it now. Oh, look at that beauty. Get there. Very creative, multi-rail safe there, but she did leave her
What a slice.
a ball. Yeah, she did leave her the whole 3 ball.
Now is it going to be a New York pizza slice? Deliciously
or the Chicago pizza slice.
deliciously sliced into the
Oh,
pocket.
you're making me hungry. Dinner's after this. All right. I think she's just focused on making this ball, and the cue ball is going to go down for hopefully. Oh, nope. She doesn't like it. All right.
She was like, none of these slices look good.
Nah. Yeah, well, actually, the slice on the 3, the thin slice on the left side of the 3 was the one she decided to go for. And she hit it very well. She did get a little fortunate because she bumped off the 5 and it put the cue ball behind the 6.
Well,
but
now
she
we
hit
have
it so well.
Christina.
Yes. That's with her predator jump cue. Christina is a predator player. Well, she made contact, which was number 1.
Well, she has blockers there. That purple 5 is blocking the bottom right corner. There's also the
Yeah,
pink
I think
4.
she can, but she's gonna. I think she could slice this or like cut
In
it
the
in
side?
the side. She could cut in the side that she was looking at. Yeah, and it's kind of it's putting the cue ball towards the 4, right? So it's not crazy to go for it, but she could also play another safe and thin the 3 and send it to the rail and then send the cue ball down behind the blockers again. Yeah. See, I liked going for that.
She might
9
carom this.
4-9 carom.
She might see this delicious carom.
This is looking like a really big opportunity to put Monica Webb on the hill here. And again, that's why I liked the cut, because it just sent the cue ball towards the 4, and even though she bumped the 9, it was a good chance of her getting a shot on that 4 ball.
Yeah, Monica was done with the safety battle. She was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, that was the moment to go for it, because you want to remember in the safety battle too, if you get an open shot, you might not get another. That might be the best open shot chance you're going to have, right? If you keep going with the safety battle, it's a risk at that point if you do have an open shot, which she did. Yeah, I think this is a little spin off the edge of the 4 and good chance of pocketing this 9. You want to hit it pretty hard. You don't want to leave it hanging there if you miss it.
That's really
She's
tough. You have
got
an
the
extension
bridge.
and the bridge.
Yeah, so she decided to remove it. Looks like a good option. So she really needs to feel this and calculate it, and then clean stroke with the bridge as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, it wasn't hanging over the pocket. It was like enough above it that she really kind of had to spin into it. But she hit it well. You see how I was saying, she hit it hard enough that she missed it, it didn't hang right there. It bobbled out, right? So even this close to the pocket, it's not just leaving it.
Now does Christina eat these long distance shots for breakfast?
Yeah, let's go. Just settle in and pocket this. Beautiful.
She's like,
All right. Let's see.
I'm not intimidated by these long
She's
shots.
not intimidated by anything.
Nope.
Right, she is. She is the best in the world currently, as the rankings would have it, and she's, yes, multi-world champion for sure at this point. All right, so I think just draw this up one rail is what I would do from the 5 to the 6.
I think she's following it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. That's that's a nice option so that she makes sure she doesn't get the 7 doesn't come into play, right, and might block her there if she came up for it.
Yeah, plus she's also
Now,
like
the question
on the
is,
rail,
does it go
right?
past the 8, go past the 9? She might not want to even mess with it and just try to. She probably will play the position to play it in the top corner, or
We'll see when she sets up for this from the 7 to the 8 what she does.
yeah, I think she was straight, just settled, make sure she has a shot in the 7.
I think she's looking to float this up in the corner.
Yeah, I like that option the best because then she can come across for the 8. But I don't know, she might be able to play it on the side and just come up, and the 8 goes in the bottom corner.
We will see soon enough.
Let's see what she decides. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful shot. Play the 7. It's a natural position for the 8 in the corner. She hit the speed perfectly. Bear down and
Smooth like glass.
yeah, just trust your pre-shot routine and your fundamentals that are very world class. Yep. And Kristina Tkach with On the Hill first.
Taking a look around the room, we've got very tight matches going on. 4-4 Wei Chen versus April Larson, as well as 6-6 Yuki Hiraguchi and Kelly Fisher. Pia Filler 5-4 over Kennedy Myman. Kristina Zlateva 4-3 over Chihiro Kawahara. And Sakura Muramatsu 6-4 over Rita Cho.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This is Emily Duddy, and I am joined by my good friend and fellow New York pro, Ada Leo.
Go New York!
Boop. We are happy to be here with you on this Friday evening at the 2025 Soaring Eagles Master. All right. She has made a ball, and this first opening shot on the 2 is
congestion.
Lots of traffic, yes. Lots of congestion.
It's like New York City traffic.
Lots of navigation to be done. Tactical
It's like
decisions to
gridlock.
make. Yeah, I like that.
There's gridlock.
Yeah, the gridlock is there for sure. This 2 ball is cuttable in the bottom right corner, but the cue ball takes some work. Let's see, safeties, definitely lots of defensive options here. Yeah, definitely a great decision there by Monica. Even though she could pocket the 2, it was kind of a flyer, and the position from the 2 to the 3 was going to be a challenge, so she kept it very constructive.
And you saw the ladies remove the perfect rack. That's the template rack we were using at the WPBA. What'd you think of the red color?
Yes. I love it, and I think it is one of the best magic racks on the market. All right, one rail kick here from Christina.
Wow, check out that kick.
Hey, good results. Yeah, she wanted to catch it thin like that, potentially create a good result. See another safe coming here. She could use the 7 as a blocker up table. Exactly, yeah. You send the 2 ball behind, and then, yep, and then send the cue ball behind the Great Wall of China there. That is the 6, 8, 9. Looks like, don't think she has a piece of it, but she can jump into the edge pretty well. Oh, no, and she might have a piece of it, or
think
she could spin off the rail.
Spin it off the rail.
Yeah. Yeah, she kind of like spun right into the face of it.
Wow, look at that.
Great safety. Great return safe.
So we do have another match tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time featuring Choi Chang-chang from Taiwan versus Elu Kibarlu from Turkey. That's going to be a great match.
Yep, great matchup. All right, so looking like we're going airborne here for Monica. And 2 ball is close to that 9, you know. Anything could happen. Get that 9 really moving. And this is not call pocket, so if she did happen to not pocket the 9 by accident, that would count. Yep, and looking like no fortunate roll there for Monica with that. A very good jump and hit the 2 ball, so no ball in hand. All right, so everything is really wide open except for the 6, 8, right? That is really the position. The 6 will go in the bottom left corner or in the top right corner, but the position for that is going to be very important. It can also be played on the side, right? So because of where the purple 5 ball is, though, that makes it, you know, easier because she could potentially, you know, play. It's an easier position zone from the 5 to the 6.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I feel like Kristina's a favorite to run out here and claim this match. I do not believe in the commentator curse, so I can say that. I can say based on my knowledge, experience, and my knowledge of Kristina's game.
So for those of you following on Digital Pool and want to know who the next match is for live stream for the rest of the tournament, always look for table 5. That is the live stream match table.
All right, and this is the important shot right here.
Key shot.
Yep, key shot of the running out this rack.
Oh no. Wow. Wow. She can't even believe it.
So very unexpected from Kristina. However, that's why, you know, I preferred trying to play position from the 5 to the 6, but once the 6 on the side,
Yeah.
right? Because it was like a really weird angle going to play the 6 in the corner. But once she got that much angle on the 5, she was kind of forced to play that. And, you know, she hit it very well. It was kind of unfortunate that she just caught that exact line into the side pocket. All right, let Monica do her work here. It's a big moment to go hill, and Monica's just got to stay composed and run these 3 balls to get us to that tiebreaker. Really well executed and thought out there when you're drawing straight back into a position zone. You know, it can be difficult to gauge, but at this level, she just hit it perfectly. Oh, a very exciting hill thriller.
Hill
Woo,
thriller.
yes, hill thriller. We should have the thriller. Sorry, I'm not the best singer, but I love music. So.
Monica
right.
Webb. You know, Hill. Huge shout out to our host, Soaring Eagle Casino. Remember, donate during the stream. Thank you so much, the Ozone Nightmare and Lily Blossom, for your contributions today. Also, remember, these players get 2 extensions since it's Hill in this particular rack.
Yes, and that 2 extensions is to ensure that they, have that time, right? It's a big deal, a lot of pressure. It's a really great option. Look at this break is looking
how good she
beautiful.
Hit that break.
It is a very, very great break here for Christina. Again, can we go overhead? I want to just make sure. Yeah, so the 2 ball's kind of like nestled down there, past that 4-6. So, I really feel like this is really the key shot to the rack if she needs to get on the 2 ball here nicely. Because of 2, 3, right? And even the 4's on the rail, the 5's kind of nice in a nice spot. So really this is really important, right, to get on this 2. It's not easy with that traffic.
They're gonna draw this around.
Kind of draw one rail off. Yeah. She's looking good. Right, doesn't love being on the rail, but she accepts it. And
I don't think she needs to do too much. She has a natural angle on the 3 ball to get to the pink 4.
Agreed, yeah. Yep, so 2 to the 3, and then let's go.
Then it will be pink 4 to the purple 5.
Yes, yeah. Christina's just taking her time, wants to stay very composed here. She's after that scratch on this last game off of the 5 ball. She's going to really be making sure that she hits every angle very accurately, deliberately.
She made it a little more difficult for herself. She's got to shoot over this 9 ball.
Yeah, she's kind of got like part of it in her way. She's not completely over it. It's definitely a little uncomfortable than she would like, right? You see how it's like kind of there, but she doesn't have to go up over it. She definitely prefer not to have that, but I think that it should be fine. Yeah.
Now you think she's just going to roll up and try to shoot the 6 in the top left corner, or kind of stun it off the rail and shoot the 6 in the bottom left corner? Yeah,
but she has a little too much angle, like a little more angle, so I think that she'll stun it over, like stun it 1 rail and over to play the 6 in the bottom right corner. That would be my preference as well. Yeah, just like that. And really, she can play a stop shot here. I mean, this is, she doesn't have to do too much because the 7 is, the stop shot actually gives her a really nice angle to make the 7 and just make the 9 in the bottom left corner. Yep, stop shot, exactly. It was kind of the perfect angle. All right, stun off the rail to come out and play the 9 in the bottom left, and Christina is in a very good place to win this match. Great out to finish this great match.
What a
Fantastic.
match. Congratulations to Kristina Tkach. She advances to play tomorrow at 2 p.m. And Monica Webb plays again on the B side at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Thanks to Aramith, Simonis, Diamond, and Soaring Eagle for their support This is Ada Leo and Emily Duddy.
And Emily Duddy signing off. Thank you for joining us.
Please stay tuned for the next match, 9 p.m. So we'll be shutting off the stream and resetting for the 9 p.m. match. Thank you, everyone, for joining.